Hi, I'm Susan, and this is what I'm making today. This is another dessert I'm making for crocktober. It's an apple cake, and it's supposed to be done in the slow cooker. My regular slow cooker, didn't have a pan that would fit inside of it. The slow cooker is an oval, and my bread pan, just the lip of it wouldn't let it sit down inside. So I decided to use the slow cooker setting on my Instant Pot. That was how it was supposed to work out. I sprayed a springform pan with Baker's Joy. And now I've got 2 cups of sugar, and to that I'm adding 1 cup of oil. Now I'm adding 2 eggs into the oil and sugar. I also add a teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm going to mix that up really well. Now I want to add my 2 cups of chopped apples, and I want to mix that up as well. These apples were Gala apples, but you can use whatever kind you like. Now in a separate bowl, I want to sift together 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, and I always use kosher salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of nutmeg, and I like to grate my own. Now we'll just sift those together. The kosher salt flakes are a little bit bigger, and sometimes it doesn't want to go through the mesh, so I just sprinkle it over the top, and sometimes it's the same way with your nutmeg. Now you just want to add that into your sugar mixture, and you want to add a cup of chopped walnuts or pecans, and I'm using walnuts, and you just want to stir it together really well. You don't really want to over mix it, but you also want to make sure everything is mixed in and there's no raw flour. Now I'll pour the cake into my pan and set it into my crock pot. I used a little trivet. Now I don't know if using the trivet may have caused it not to have baked like it should, but you'll see what happens. Now I get my cake in there, and I put it into my pot, and I changed seals onto my lid. I had almost forgotten, because I cook meat and stuff, and you don't really want your cake to taste like garlic. So I have a separate seal for my desserts, and I just put that seal on my Instant Pot. And I did read where a glass lid would be better. I don't have an Instant Pot glass lid. And so, but it says you can use the lid that it comes. And it seems like I saw on YouTube a while back that you want to leave the vent open. So I left the vent open, and I set it for 3.5 hours. And I'll show you what it looks like. It doesn't look very done, does it? When I was typing out my recipe, I realized I was supposed to have put a lid or foil over the top. And I almost just scrapped this whole video, because I was very frustrated because I didn't know, here's 3.5 hours later. Notice I'm holding my toothpick to make sure it comes out clean. Anyway, I ended up baking it in the oven. And like I said, I was going to scrap the video, but y'all, this was the best tasting apple cake. And I didn't get a picture of it before, because like I said, I was just going to just do away with the video, but it was so good. I loved it. So what I ended up doing was cooking for about 40 minutes on 350, and I was afraid it's going to get too dark on the outside while the inside didn't get done because it's a solid cake. So my suggestion is, if you make this cake and decide just to do it in the oven, use a tube pan. But it really ended up not being bad. I ended up having to cook it for 10 more minutes, and I cut it down to 325, and it really worked out well. But the cake was moist, and it was so good, and I really recommend it. I'm not sure if using the trivet and the pan not being completely against the bottom of the pot may have been part of the problem, or if maybe it was because I did not put foil over the top of the cake pan. But anyway, I gave you the recipe the way it was written, and the only difference I would do with this cake is I would probably add some cinnamon, a teaspoon of cinnamon to it. If anyone has any idea why my cake didn't turn out right in the Instant Pot slow cooker, please let me know. Just leave a comment down below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Even though it didn't go exactly as I'd planned, I still think it was a winner. Please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, bye y'all.